So I was recently in the Florida Keys and it was a beautiful stay. I felt like I was really supposed to connect and do some earth work on the earth, connecting the air, the water, and the plants, trees. I connected with some trees there, and it's very interesting. Did you know that trees have personalities? Many of them have names. I touched this tree that you can see straight ahead on the porch, and I was looking at her at night sitting on that couch right there, and I saw these beautiful perfect stripes, and she looked all kind of poofy and fluffy and sassy, and she was telling me about herself, and she even told me her name, which was Azalea, and it happened to just match exactly the energy I was feeling from this tree. Over beyond these trees that you see, there were two trees by the pool. I hugged one of them, and I felt this really sassy, sultry, like Latina swaying energy, very feminine. And she told me that her name was Sylvia. And then next to her was this tree that was very straight up, but a little bit crooked. And it felt very English and staunch, stiff. And he said his name was Rupert. And so have you ever tried to really connect with the personality of the trees? Because they do have personalities. Most of them have names. I even have this plant that has two plants in it, and they're connected in the same pot, and they say, we have different names. I already did a video on Gladys, and then there she has a smaller tree in there. So I would love to hear your stories about connecting with plants or trees. What interesting info have you received from them or felt? And one other thing that was really interesting is when I was connecting with one of the palm trees in this coconut grove, so beautiful, of like a tree-lined pathway all along the property. I felt this really strong pulling energy towards where the sun would rise. And I was out there at night, and I was shown that the tree's energy kind of waits to connect with the sun. So when it's dark out, they are kind of reaching towards that first light of day to connect with the solar energy to help recharge and refuel themselves. Have you ever felt that before? It was definitely noticeable and actually pulled my body when I just allowed myself to surrender and connect with the energy of the tree. So I'd love to hear more about your tree stories. Connect, share with a friend, subscribe.